This is another mini SEO audit I am doing. So this is the site and let's get started. Okay, so this is the site. Let's take a quick look at what it looks like. What's in there? Okay. I can see that the main menu is kind of hidden here in the sidebar on the left. I'm not really sure if I like that. I'd rather have those elements here. But no, I don't like that. That's the first thing I can tell you. So let's say, so let's click on some menu element. Let's see, stay. I clicked stay and I don't really know where I am. Am I on the home page or what? There are no breadcrumbs, so I'm not really sure if this menu was implemented here in a regular way. Maybe this element like stay would be highlighted, so I would know where I am. Now I don't know. So this is the first thing I don't like here. Let's check another Dine. For me this menu is too complex. Maybe this is not a strictly SEO thing, but I always like to kind of take a holistic view of the site, and I don't think this is very useful. Again, where am I? No breadcrumbs. I'm not really happy with that. Okay, so I can see that those are the pages. Okay, I can see the more or less I have an idea of let's see, contact. Okay. So let's now, so what can we do now? So let's now check the speed of the site. Let's go to Google Page Speed Insights. And let's see what Google's Page Speed Insights have to say about this site. So when you are testing the site, it is important that you paste here the target URL, because if you do that, then there will be a redirect, and the result of the test may not be very 100% accurate. It is never really 100% accurate, but it is best to do it like this. Okay. Let's see what the Speed Insights tells us, but I have a feeling that the speed is not going to be like a lightning fast, but maybe I'm wrong. We'll see in just a second. Okay, so this is as I expected. The speed is horrible. The site has field data, so I can see that the core vitals aren't passed for this site as well. They are in the red. So basically only first input delay is passed and cumulative layout shift, but this does not look very good. And here 18 for 100, that's really bad. The site should at least be in the red area, orange area, whatever. Desktop looks a little bit better. What I can see here is this large pop-up, but from what I see, this pop-up informs us about some COVID procedures and things like that. So in the case of this type of pop-ups, and this one, like this is a cookie pop-up, Google will not have problems with them. So these pop-ups are okay. If it were ads, then I would say this is a huge problem. But in that case, it is kind of acceptable. But maybe I would make those pop-ups a little bit smaller so that they do not cover everything. But this is, I think, more of a UX thing. Lab data look very, very bad. Largest contentful pane, 22 seconds. Speed index, 18 seconds. That's not okay. But keep in mind that what Google takes into account when when assessing the site are the field data. So even if here everything is red and here it is green, then probably it is not that bad. But in this case, I think it is. So the first thing, I can see the images, which are totally not optimized. 24 seconds, that's a lot, estimated savings. Here again. So I can immediately say that images are probably the biggest problem regarding speed of this site. So they should be compressed. Their size should be made smaller. Maybe they should caching should be used in a proper way. Let's see if it is. Oh, so much red color. Let's check a specific image. So let's say this is an image. Let's open image in a new tab. Okay, so this is quite huge, but this is not like a gigantic. How about this one? Okay. But this background image, I guess this is a background image. I think I can see that it is like gigantic. Okay, so this image is implemented as background. And I would definitely make sure that it is made smaller. I would make sure that this image is made smaller. Maybe we can make this banner a little bit smaller. And maybe we don't need that banner at all. Okay, let's check this image. Its size again. This is a huge image. I'm not sure we need that. Those tiles can be made like, I don't know, this size. Why make them so huge? Let's get back to speed before I analyze other things. So JavaScript, a lot of things to do regarding JavaScript. Again, no caching with the website, which has so many images, so huge imaging. There has to be some caching done, definitely. Those times are a little bit weird. Here we have 5 minutes. Like these are, I don't think, this is totally off. Here we have 30 days. So in the case of some of those images, it is you should usually set it for to a year. So no optimization of web fonts. A lot of third-party code. This can be also maybe improved in some cases. Some of that code may be deferred, but this is something to be kind of solved by the developer. Images, again, do not have explicit width and height. This can really help the site a ton. Okay, so let's check the CMS of this site. Because I'm not sure if this WordPress. One thing to quickly check if the site is in WordPress is to do this. Oops. This may tell us that this site is not really WordPress, but let's do the other way, in a different way. Check the CMS. This is my go-to tool. And we will know that in just a second. Okay, so this looks like some custom-made site. So many of those image optimizations will probably have to be implemented with the help of a developer. But fortunately, Google Speed Insights provides a lot of specific guidelines here. So you have the list of images, you have the list of resources. Everything is here. So you just need to the list. This should ideally be handled over to the developer, who will simply go what's written here. It shouldn't be a problem for a developer to add those things. In some cases, when I see a site like this, which is kind of custom coded and which does not have kind of a ton of traffic, and I'm not sure about the traffic to this site, but I sometimes suggest that maybe it is time to create a new site based on WordPress, which is kind of more universal And in the case of even some SEO audits I do, this is my recommendation. And very often people say, okay, let's do this. And then I create a WordPress site for them. And I'm very happy because if I create a site, then I am 100% sure that the site is built in the way I want it to be built regarding SEO, and that everything is just correct on this site from day one. So sometimes it is really better to create a new site than to kind of try to optimize something that is totally broken. I'm not saying that this is the case with this site, but sometimes this is a kind of a good solution. So let's check now this site's visibility in, for instance, Ahrefs. So here is the visibility of this site in Ahrefs. So I can see there is some visibility. There are some organic keywords, a lot of branded keywords. So yeah, something is happening here. Something is happening. Maybe something can be improved. Maybe there are some good keywords which are on relatively high positions, which can be boosted a little bit with just small SEO on-page SEO optimizations. Okay. Let's now see what this site behaves like on mobile. So let's inspect. Now let's choose, let's say, Pixel 2, a reload. And I can see the site on mobile. So I don't like this menu. But okay, everything looks kind of okay here. Looks okay, but it is very, very slow. Weddings. I don't have access to Google Search Console for this project, but probably this web page may be shown in the usability report as an error. As an error, okay. Okay, but let's get back to golf. Oh, here we have a problem. Golf page doesn't work. Why is that? Did I just kill this site? No, I thought because I am crawling it at the same time. I thought that maybe that's me, but that does not mean their golf page doesn't work. How about business? Business works okay, but I can see a problem here. So I went to business, and again, there is an issue with this menu. I think this page really may also have mobile usability problems. So let's check this site in the tool Google Mobile Friendly Test. Let's see what Google Mobile Friendly Test has to say about this. I do not kind of prepare for those audits in front. I do not pre-record them. I do not plan the script for those audits because I want to show you how I really do that on the spot, because this is a very, very unique and very valuable skill for you to just be able to open the site, click here, click there, see this, see that, and kind of do this mini audits on the spot without kind of very thorough preparation. That's why I'm doing it kind of live. Okay, so Google says the page is mobile friendly, so maybe this was only the issue with this one specific resolution I selected there, so it looks like it is okay. So if it is okay, then it is okay. Then you can, just to make sure, open the site on your mobile phone to kind of make sure that it is really okay. But the things to check are this mobile friendly test, the mobile usability report in Google Search Console, your own phone. So I may want to go to the homepage again, and something I'm always complaining about are those low value links. So more information. learn more, I don't like those links. So here we have probably the link to eat, to eat to the restaurants, and we have an image. So this image could be a link with a high quality alt text. This could be a link, and but we only have this button. So this is uh, this is kind of skewing the internal linking structure of this site. So we have the homepage, and the homepage, okay, links to the most important pages, but it links to them through those learn more buttons. So I always want to change that. So let's click on one of those buttons. So spa, learn more, and probably, I guess, yeah, this is what we have, spa treatment. So instead of having spa treatments, we have learn more, learn more, learn more again. We are kind of losing the chance of telling Google that this page is about this keyword, this topic. We are kind of not making use of internal linking, and internal linking is one of the most important factors for SEO, factors and things that you are in full control of. Terms and conditions, testimonials, sitemap. So this is a human sitemap, I guess. So this is kind of useful. Yeah, I like that because this really helps people kind of learn what is connected with what. So yeah, I like that. And this, even though this is mainly the sitemap made for humans, it may also help. Bots scroll the site. But let's check how those links are implemented. Okay, so this is a text link. That's okay. So let's see now the robots takes there, what we have here. So we only have the sitemap here, basically. So the robots takes there is not blocking any crawlers. It's allowing everything. Here is the sitemap. Let's see this sitemap. Okay, so we have the sitemap of all the... One thing I would probably change here is that this sitemap has this priority, which is kind of not used now at all. So we can get rid of that. The same goes for change frequency. I see it monthly everywhere. Yeah, it is monthly everywhere, even though, for instance, this URL hasn't been updated in 2 years, and it is set to change, and it has the change frequency of monthly. So this is not a huge thing. This is not like a million pages site, but this is a good practice to get rid of those two. Okay, let's see if there is something else I can kind of find on the spot. Of course, remember that this is a quick audit, so I may not see everything now. There may be a lot of other things I don't mention, and it doesn't mean that I don't know them. But simply this is a quick audit. Let's check that this is a detailed SEO plugin. Let's check the headings. So this is the heading structure. This is kind of, I'm not saying it is ideal, but something is here. Let's see the heading structure on a specific web page. Let's say stay, headings. Here it looks a little bit worse, so I don't think that this is a good heading, H1 heading for this web page. I would definitely want to have here something that contains the keyword that is important for this website. So maybe in the case of some of those pages, an SEO that will be doing this site should kind of try to map keywords to specific web pages. So something with maybe something about staying in and this staying in Norfolk, something like this, maybe. It is, I would make sure to do keyword research to kind of generate the list of all of the URLs and kind of map weddings. So maybe weddings in Norfolk, spa in Norfolk. So this will be kind of local terms in most cases because this is a kind of a local business. Let's now see what Screaming Frog has for me. So I have just crawled the site with Screaming Frog, one of my favorite SEO tools. So let's see. So here are all of the HTML URLs, 200, more than 200. Is there something significant here? Let's just take a quick look. So I see some redirections, some no index, okay. Tags, I can see tag pages. Okay, I will get to that in just a second. Images, external security. Okay, so there is no mixed content. This is an important thing. There are no URLs or resources that are loaded over HTTP. Robots takes success. So these are the, okay, so images and URLs. Redirection. So let's take a look at those redirected resources. So it looks like some changes have been made here. These are redirected to, this is a temporary through to redirection. I'm not sure if this is done on purpose, probably, but I would make a note in my audit that these are redirected to the login page, whether this is okay or not okay. Here I can see the redirection from some blog post to not found. And what is it? This. Okay, so this is a not found. Okay, I'm not sure if I like this type of implementation. So instead of, I guess those blog pages have been removed. So instead of 302 redirecting them to a not found URL, to a URL that returns 404, I would simply remove them and make them return 404. But maybe this is done temporarily. But if it is done temporarily, then I still don't see the reason why we would temporarily remove those blog pages, because those blog pages usually are the pages that bring the most organic traffic. So something definitely to check and to make sure whether this was done on purpose, because I'm not sure. And here are some other, so let's sort by domain because I'm interested in those internal redirects. So play redirects to golf, and as I remember, golf returned 404, so something to check again. Not found. So this is a very bad type of way of showing Google that this content is not available anymore. And unless there is a really, really good reason to do that, I would never, ever recommend removing content. Unless you're doing content pruning and this is very low quality content that is not ranking at all, then pruning it may be a good idea, or merging some of these like 5 articles into one high quality in-depth article may be okay, but in most cases this is not a good thing to do. Okay, but I see these are redirected, but let's check now the let's get back to Ahrefs. So I don't see there has been some drop. It is kind of not stable. But I don't think that this is something to do with, this has something to do with Okay, I don't see anything kind of specific here. Redirection, client error. So these are the pages that contact returns 404. Let's see. Oh, that's bad. So this is something to be definitely 404. So this is something definitely to be checked. But if I remember correctly, the page that had the contact page here. Okay, so it looks like the contact has been moved from contact to about contact. So the previous page should be 301 redirected to this one, so that this default contact page does not return 404 or returns or restored, whatever. And let's see if there are links that point to content page. So here in links, so I can see that, yeah, quite a few pages still link to this contact page. So this is definitely those. The links on those pages should be changed with the current contact page URL, and these should be redirected to the current, which is about/contact. I would say, okay, not found, and this is very odd. This is not found. This is a URL that does not exist on the site. It returns 404, and we have those pages linking to this not found, redirecting. So I don't like this. Okay, so client server error. So these are the errors not from this site. URLs, uppercase. Okay, so I can see that there are tags and that tags are indexable. But I will get back to that in just a second. So it looks like there are spaces, so we can see those different, so weird characters. Parameters. So here we have blog pages, so that's okay. We don't have problems with those parameters. We have categories. That's okay as well. This is a category that returns 404, something to be checked. Here again, those categories turned some filters, but 404, 404. These are indexable. I'm not sure if we want to index categories, but I will get back to just in just a second. Page titles, duplicates. There are some duplications, but from what I see, this may be the duplication. These URLs may be duplicated. That's why we have those duplicates here. So let's check. Let's move to content. Exact duplicates. No, so they're not the exact duplicates, but just those titles are duplicate in this. Here we have the category. Here we have about blog and blog. Let's check them. So let's see this and about blog. Are they different or what? Okay, so this is like an empty page. So I would definitely do something about this or redirect it to this about blog. And here on this blog, those links look a little bit better. At least we have this text link here. But here we still have those read more links, which I don't like. Let's open a specific blog post. So there is a lot of useful content, I would say, here. Let's now see whether these images have alt text. So I can do that with web developer images, display alt attributes. So I can see that these even have alt attributes. So this is really, I would say, high quality content. Let's check those images, their size. Oh, they're not even that big. Okay, but let's get back to Screaming Frog. I diverged a little bit. Page descriptions. So some of them do not have page descriptions. Explore, what is it? Local areas. I have a very fast internet connection, but this is taking a lot to load. So here basically there is just one URL and it leads to not found. So I'm not sure if you want this back. Okay, so local area, view, walks, more information, and not found. Again, not found. Yeah, I can see now these URLs. These are the 302 redirected URLs. So I clicked here and I can see now that this URL is redirected to this not found. So this is something to be definitely checked. Explore. So these are under explore, where we have this explore section. How do I find it? Here. About, explore, local events, local area. Walks, view, again. I think that's the same. Okay, so this one has something. Okay, so here's a blog post. Something is off here. We have this category blog, category golf. Here about explore. This is, I would say that the structure is a little bit messy here. Again, let's get back to Screaming Frog. H1 on those pages, there is no H1 tag, but from what I see, these are those. Yeah, some of them are important, like about, blog. This is this empty page, if I remember correctly. Well, let's check. Okay, so these pages do not have an H1 tag because they are empty. Not all of them. Something to be definitely clicked through and checked. H2 content, so there are no exact duplicates, which is okay. One thing I haven't done the crawl analysis. Okay, it's done. Images, missing old attributes. So there are some images without canonicals. So all of the pages, most have canonicals. This one do not have. What are these? Images, PDFs. Okay, so this is okay. Pagination. Directives, all index. So what I see here, those pages do not have meta robots. It looks like they don't have. So if they don't have meta robots, then by default Google will index them. Let's open an example page, see its code. But maybe it is possible that they do not have meta robots text, meta robots here because maybe their head is kind of broken and I need to kind of execute the JavaScript to be able to check that, because I crawled it with just with text. I didn't crawl it using JavaScript execution, and this may change if I do that. Let's see here what's here in the source code. Robots. I don't see it here. I don't see it here. Head. Are there some scripts in the head? So maybe this one simply, does not have meta robots, which is, I wouldn't say this is the best solution, because there is practically no control over whether some of those images are some of those pages are indexed or aren't indexed. No structured data. Sitemaps, URLs in sitemaps. So as you can see, some URLs in the sitemaps that are not indexable, and these are probably the redirected, I guess, URLs. So those, yeah, so the ones that are redirected are, of course, not indexable, and we have them here. So they shouldn't be here. Especially that I see these are as kind of the member areas, so probably they don't need to be here. Here are some URLs that are not in sitemap, so those tags. So this is okay that they are not in sitemaps. So blog pages. So this other than those redirected pages, this looks okay. Okay, so let's get back to all of the pages once again, because I see that some of those pages definitely shouldn't be indexed. Internal HTML, so basically these are the, let's say, indexability status. And let's see what we have here. Maybe I will do it like this. So here I can see, here I have all of the pages that are indexable, and let's go one by one. So these look okay. Blog page is okay. And here I can see tags. Tags definitely shouldn't be indexed because they usually are the duplication of content, or they have no or almost no high quality content. Let's see this tag page. Again, so this is a low quality page that has linked to only one URL. Definitely something that should have a robots no index tag. And I can see that there are a few of those. Let's check if this tag page is indexed by Google. This is not a 100% method of checking, because sometimes the site may not show you all of the URLs, but let's check. It looks like it isn't indexed, but that is not a 100% answer. So tag pages shouldn't be. It is also possible that those tag pages aren't indexed because they do not have any valuable content and they are shown in Google Search Console as crawled, currently not indexed. This is very likely. So again, those tags, blog pages, it is okay. It is okay to index all of the blog pages. We don't need to use a rel prev. It is important that all of the blog pages are crawlable. In this case, it is perfectly fine. Explore. So there are those weird kind of pages, but let's see this one. Okay, so these explore pages and yeah, and this links to those things. But Screaming Frog will show you all of those links to those pages. Here, offer, spa, stay, golf, members. So these to be cleaned. Category. So I see a few of those category. Let's filter them out. Category. So I can see those category pages as well here. And I can see that this is really messy. Some categories here and those categories. So this taxonomy tags category is definitely something to be sorted out here. So this is a blog category. And this, I believe these should be, indexed as well. Okay, let me now quickly check if there is something else maybe I would like to tell you. So I think that's more or less it. If I were to do like a 20-hour audit of this site, then I would probably find a lot of more examples. Definitely this structure, this overly complex structure, is something to be worked on. This menu, I don't like this menu. Speed, optimization of images, caching, JavaScript, CSS, all of these things need to be taken care of. I would kind of make the content on this site I would structure it a little bit better. Let's say, let's put all of those blog posts under just blog without creating those different tags, categories, which are not really kind of logically sorted out here. Let's now quickly take a look at one more thing, site structure. So it is showing me that there are a lot of pages on the 4th and some of them on the 5th. These are the redirected pages. One more thing, let's see the visualization of the structure. So this is a relatively, I would say, a small site. It has, I guess, 100 something canonical URLs, but this structure is really kind of messy. Because we have those about, explore, then we have those redirected from those local areas, old. Then we have those that are redirected to this weird not found URL. Then we have those local area, another kind of division into different I don't know how to say it, categories. Then we have this blog. Then we have those member pages which are redirected to the login. A lot of messy things here. So I would make this structure way simpler for both Google crawler and for users, because I'm quick. I don't have problems navigating the sites and kind of knowing where to go, where to click to find what I'm looking for. But here it is not so kind of very clear for me. So I would maybe work on that a little bit. So, okay, I think that's all for this audit.